So for number 7 here, we're looking for the choice that most effectively combines the underlined sentences, these two right here. In a lot of questions like this, all the answer choices are actually grammatically correct, but you're just looking for the one that's best stylistically. And that means that you're looking for one that's the most simple and straightforward. That is, of course, also grammatically correct, and that doesn't change the original meaning of the sentence. That's critical. So let's take a look. Two sentences are: in fact, librarians' training now includes courses on research and internet search methods, many of whom teach classes in internet navigation, database and software use, and digital information literacy. So we can actually notice here that it's the case that this second part right here is actually a fragment. There's no subject, basically. Many of whom. Well, who is it referring to? You have this verb and you have an object. You're teaching classes, but there's actually no subject because there's no whom that is being referred to in this sentence. So you would need something like librarians teach classes in for this to be a complete sentence. But, so how can we combine these? Let's take a look at A. In fact, librarians' training now includes courses on research and internet search methods. Many librarians teach classes in internet navigation, database, and so on. So let's first notice that the use of the semicolon is correct. You do have a complete sentence before and after. But you'll notice that the subject, librarians, has been repeated twice. We say, in fact, librarians' training now includes, and then many librarians teach classes. This is bad style. You don't generally like to have that kind of repetition. So A is probably going to be out. Again, that's like saying Bob went to the store, Bob came back, rather than a smoother Bob went to the store and then came back. You don't want to repeat your subject like this at the start of two sentences in a row. B. In fact, many librarians whose training now includes courses on research and internet search methods teach classes in internet navigation, database, software use, and digital information literacy. So this one is looking pretty good. It's simple in structure. You just have your subject, your verb, teach. They're librarians. They teach, and they teach classes. So it's a pretty simple structure, and all this stuff in between is just a bit of a specification. It's describing the librarians. You'll also note that this doesn't change the original meaning. So B is looking good. What about C? Training now includes courses on research and internet search methods. Many librarians, in fact, are teaching classes in blah, blah, blah. So again, semicolon used, it is a complete sentence before and after, but your actual subject of the sentence, your librarians, are put later. So you see how the start of this sort of sentence combination is a little bit indirect. You want to start with librarians, just as it does here. Many librarians teach classes, rather than some sort of, beginning prelude and then leading into many librarians. This is indirect. You don't like this kind of structure. The SAT wants generally subject, verb, object. Last one, D. Including courses on research and internet search methods in their training is, in fact, why many librarians, and so on. So this one has several problems. First of all, again, it's sort of indirectly getting to the subject, right? Librarians are only mentioned over here, as opposed to just right off the bat, many librarians do what? They teach classes. So again, indirect, that's bad style. And additionally, this one actually changes the meaning, right? Here we have the addition of including courses on research and internet search method is why many librarians teach classes. So that's not actually something said here, right? That changes the meaning of the sentence, so we don't want D. B is going to be our answer.